Have you ever felt like you're drowning in notifications, opinions, and expectations, and just wish you could stop caring so much? What if I told you that the answer isn't hidden in a productivity app or the next trending podcast, but in a 2,000-year-old philosophy? And what if that ancient wisdom could actually help you thrive in this noisy, chaotic, and pressure-filled digital age? Listen up, fellow Stoics of the scrolling generation. You didn't just stumble onto another viral clip or fleeting trend. You've landed on something rare, something timeless. If you've ever caught yourself sighing after another doom scroll session, if you've wondered why you can't just let things go, if you've silently wished you cared just a little bit less about every tiny inconvenience, then welcome, my friend. You're in the right place. Long before social media stress, inbox overload, and the endless pressure to keep up, there lived a group of thinkers known as the Stoics, and what they discovered about life, control, and peace of mind might just change the way you experience modern life. It's ironic, isn't it? That ancient wisdom could be the cure for our 21st century chaos. But it's true. Over the next few minutes, you'll uncover 10 simple yet powerful Stoic principles, ideas so refreshingly clear they may feel like a breath of clean air in a world clouded by anxiety and noise. And hey, if you find yourself wanting more clarity, more calm, and more wisdom like this, go ahead. Tap that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. What's the worst that could happen? You gain perspective. I challenge you. No, I dare you to take this step. Welcome to the world of Stoicism, where the old meets the new, where reason replaces rage, and where you finally learn the lost art of keeping calm and carrying on. Ready? Let's begin. Control what's within, release what's without. Picture this. It's a rainy Tuesday morning. You've just brewed the perfect cup of tea. You lift it to your lips, only to watch it spill across the table thanks to your cat's not-so-graceful leap. The old you might have cursed the cat, the morning, or even the universe. But pause. Here's a Stoic insight worth sipping on. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca spilled tea is just spilled tea. It's not a disaster, it's a moment. What's within your control? Not the cat, not the weather, your reaction. Instead of spiraling, you can smile, clean up, and brew another cup. The world will continue throwing curveballs, cold pizza, buffering Zoom calls, missed buses. But the one thing you own is how you respond. That's where true power lies. Embrace the present moment. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Do not let the future disturb you. You will arrive there if you do not ruin the present." And yet, how often do we live somewhere else entirely? We sit in a park, but our mind's already in next week's meeting. We're at dinner with loved ones, but we're reliving yesterday's regrets. In today's hyper-connected world, with notifications pinging and thoughts racing faster than our Wi-Fi, being present feels like a lost art. But the Stoics urge us, come back to now. Now is all we truly have. Be here, not half here. Feel the wind, taste your food, look someone in the eye when they speak. Let go of yesterday, stop fearing tomorrow. Life is built not from grand events, but from small, present moments stitched together into meaning. Accept change as nature's course. Have you noticed how the seasons shift without resistance? Winter's frost quietly makes way for spring's bloom. But when life brings us change, a breakup, a layoff, a move, we often tense up, resist, or grieve what was. But here's what Epictetus reminds us. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Change is inevitable. It's the rhythm of life. Resisting it only causes pain. Accepting it, flowing with it, is where wisdom lives. So the next time life forces you to turn the page, remember, you're not breaking, you're becoming. So far, we've learned to reclaim our reactions, return to the present, and ride the waves of change instead of fighting them. but we're just getting started. Up next, let's explore how Stoicism teaches us to understand others and how empathy can help us defuse conflict without losing our calm. Shall we continue? So we've begun to grasp the Stoic truth that change is not something to fear. It's something to flow with. Like a river bends with the land, so too must we bend with life. Detach from external validation. Let's face it, we live in a world where our worth is often measured in hearts, likes, and fire emojis. Every comment, every view, every share has become a form of digital currency. And when it doesn't come in the way we expect, we feel unseen, unheard, unvalued. But Stoicism reminds us of a deeper truth. Epictetus said, "Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems." Isn't it strange? We let tiny icons on a screen decide how we feel about ourselves. But validation, true validation, must come from within. It's not about how many followers you have. It's about how firmly you stand in your values, your choices, your character. So the next time your post goes unnoticed or someone leaves a rude comment in your DMs, pause and remind yourself, your worth is not up for public voting. You are your own judge and jury. Recognize life's natural cycles. Loss hurts. Maybe it's a worn-out hoodie that holds old memories. Maybe it's a dream that didn't pan out. Maybe it's someone you loved deeply and had to say goodbye to. But Marcus Aurelius gently reminds us, loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. Think of the trees. Every fall, they let go of their leaves, not with sorrow, but with quiet grace. And come spring, new life returns. Life flows in cycles, endings, beginnings, transitions, and each one shapes us. Rather than clinging desperately to what was, the Stoics encourage us to appreciate the impermanence of everything. It's this very impermanence that makes life so rich, so urgent, so beautiful. Every goodbye holds space for a new hello. Every sunset makes room for sunrise. Seek growth in adversity. Who among us hasn't muttered under their breath during life's rough patches? A demanding boss, bills stacking up, the train that never arrives on time. It's tempting to wish things were easier, lighter, but Seneca flips the script. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor strengthens the body. Think of life's challenges as workouts for the soul. Every stressor is a rep, every struggle a set. You may feel tired, but you're growing stronger. Next time adversity shows up, don't ask, why me? Instead, ask, what's this teaching me? There's a lesson in every hardship, a chance to build patience, resilience, clarity. And if the Stoics were here today, they wouldn't complain about the traffic. They'd say, bring it on. Cultivate inner riches. It's easy to get lost in the glossy world of Instagram. Perfect homes, perfect outfits, perfect lives. But Stoicism reminds us of a much quieter truth. Seneca wrote, "It's not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." True wealth isn't about designer labels or luxury vacations. It's about the richness of your soul, the depth of your joy, the warmth of your relationships, the peace you feel when you're alone with your thoughts. It's the moments that don't fit in a photo, the kind of wealth that can't be stolen or scrolled past. Yes, enjoy life's comforts, but don't let them define you. In the end, it's not what we own, but what we live that matters. Understand and accept fate. Let's be clear. Stoicism doesn't ask you to roll over and surrender to life, but it does challenge you to see things as they are, not just as you wish them to be. Epictetus said it best. Don't demand that things happen as you wish. Wish that they happen as they do happen. Sometimes we give everything we've got, our time, effort, heart, and the result still doesn't go our way. But Stoicism offers a shift in mindset. Instead of resisting the outcome, embrace it as part of the greater design. Sometimes, what doesn't go as planned becomes the story worth telling. After all, Aren't the most captivating journeys the ones with unexpected turns? You've just explored powerful Stoic tools, letting go of digital approval, accepting life's rhythms, embracing hardship, and trusting fate. But there's still more to uncover. In the next part, we'll learn how to harness control, practice, discipline, and use perspective to build unshakable strength in today's chaotic world. Let's continue. So we've come to accept life's rhythm, its highs and lows, its wins and losses, as all part of the design. Now let's explore how Stoicism leads us beyond the self, toward a life of meaning, connection, and reflection. Be of service to others. In a world that often shouts, "Me first," Stoicism quietly whispers, "We're in this together." Seneca reminded us that we are all bound in a partnership, not just as individuals, but as members of a larger, shared human experience. Stoicism isn't just about cultivating inner peace. It's about using that peace to uplift those around us. Acts of service, big or small, carry more power than we often realize. Helping a neighbor carry groceries, listening to a friend who's going through a tough time, volunteering your time without expecting anything in return. These aren't just nice gestures, they're declarations. Declarations that your life adds value to others. When we serve, we don't just fill someone else's cup, we fill our own with meaning and purpose. So the next time you see someone struggling or needing support, don't look away, lean in. Because in raising others, we rise too. Reflect, review, and realign. We live in a world that rarely pauses. Notifications pull us left and right. Deadlines stack up. Time slips through our fingers. But Stoicism teaches us to make space for stillness. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And what better way to improve your thoughts than by reflecting on them regularly? Think of it as a mental tune-up, a system update for your soul. Take a few quiet minutes each day to check in with yourself. What went well today? Where did I fall short? What can I improve tomorrow? This isn't about harsh judgment. It's about gentle alignment. Celebrate your small wins. Learn from your missteps. And most of all, listen, really listen, to your inner voice. Because when we understand ourselves more clearly, we live more consciously, and that's where true peace begins. These 10 Stoic principles aren't about becoming cold or emotionless. They're about becoming resilient, awake, grounded. They help us live with presence, act with purpose, and let go with grace. So, my delightful virtual companions, here we are, at the end of this journey through the timeless corridors of Stoic wisdom. And doesn't it strike you as amazing how these ancient ideas still feel perfectly made for our modern lives? Maybe that's because the truth never goes out of style. Now I have a small challenge for you. Head down to the comments and tell me, which Stoic insight resonated with you most today? Was it Seneca's call to serve? Marcus Aurelius's reminder to reflect? Or perhaps Epictetus's nudge to accept fate? Let's open a dialogue. Let's grow together. And hey, if this video gave you a spark of clarity, a pinch of calm, or even just a smile, would you mind subscribing, giving it a thumbs up, and tapping that notification bell? Not for vanity metrics, but so we can keep building this beautiful space for shared wisdom, growth, and calm in a chaotic world. Life is a winding journey, filled with surprises, setbacks, and sudden breakthroughs. But with the right mindset, and just a little bit of Stoic spice, it becomes more than manageable. It becomes meaningful. Here's to mastering the art of letting go and living each day with intention, courage, and yes, a touch of gusto. Until our next digital rendezvous, keep the fire of curiosity burning and the spirit of Stoicism alive. Cheerio.